Update number 2 on the off-road go-kart mower thing I'm building. Hey, dogs, stop. I decided this clutch spring came off of this tractor. Now this is hydrostatic. That's no big deal. You don't need very much belt tension to run a hydrostatic transmission. But when you're going 25 miles an hour with a garden tractor, you need a lot of belt tension if you plan on not barbecuing your belt. So this spring, like I said, just fine for this machine. Really, it is a garden tractor and it does have a sleeve hitch. You can barely see it right here, but I never use it for garden tractor work. It's my mowing tractor. I put a 50-inch deck under it and I mow. This tractor is my toy, so this tractor did have a sleeve hitch too when I got it. There is a spring for the sleeve hitch. And what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be my new clutch spring. It's gonna be hard to push down the lever, but you know, I may even wear out the crankshaft bearings and the engine. So, but what I can do is I'm gonna use this piece of threaded rod because I'll show you why. I want to hook up the spring. I want to extend this out just so it gets a bit more leverage and hook up the spring there. And the spring originally hooked up right behind this hole. So I'm extending it another 8 inches. And the original bolt is back here. You can't see it, but it's there. But it's just, it's not long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of 3/8 threaded rod that screws right into that hole nicely, and I'll use that to adjust my clutch spring tension. It'll be as easy as loosening and tightening a bolt to adjust my tension. It'll be wonderful. Anyway, I'm gonna get to thinking and figure out exactly how I'm gonna do this. Quoting Fearless Front, this works fine for something like this that's a workhorse and doesn't go any fast, but for any kind of speed, this is just bullshit. That's why I made this. This is my clutch spring. I'm literally leaning all of my weight and can barely pull this thing back. Not gonna have a problem with it. And it's infinitely adjustable with a screw. Alright, so I think I got it. There's that part I took out. I had to use a little persuasion right here. I had to cut out a little piece so I could get this this screw right here. That was not letting go, and it's rusted solid. I'll have to doctor that up later when I can get this battery plate out and get some more room in there with the good old dismembering tool. But anyway, I've done it. I had to trim the spring just a little bit here just so I could get it into this hole, and I did enlarge this hole a bit so I could get it in, but hey, I got it in. This is actually the lever where this clutch lock rod went. So I'm pretty sure this spring would have bent this rod anyway, so, but I'm not really that worried about it. It really not, I mean, it's a lot of tension to pull this back, but the belt really doesn't have a whole lot of tension because it's, like I said, it's infinitely adjustable. Let's see, I can I'll push on this pedal with my knee, and you can't see it that well, but the spring actually comes loose when I push back on the clutch pedal, but it is a tight spring and it just takes a lot of effort to push, but it is doable, and I can always add just a little bit more tension or just a little bit less. So I think this is an ideal way, besides how much effort it takes to push the pedal. So I have, we'll say for example, 10 pounds on the spring right now in its position, but as soon as you start pulling on it, since it's such a tight spring, it goes right up to 100 pounds. So yeah, anyway, that's the deal. So you can see right here, there is a ready rod, as some people call it. I call it all thread. And yeah, that goes right back to the original spring adjustment. It's just a longer piece, so it can let this spring adjust to the front where it's connected right there. Sorry, it's not really that great of a view under here. I'm using my phone flashlight. But yeah, that's how it's set up. It's actually very easy, and so far seems to work great. And you have infinite adjustments, so if you want frickin' 1,000 pounds of pressure on this belt, which you could probably break this belt with how strong you could pull this spring. So yeah, anyway, there you go. Be careful. Thanks for watching.